couple of weeks ago, I went on a fascinating workshop learning how to carve signature seals, Chinese signature seal out of soapstone. And it wasn't quite as easy as it looked. You have to use a special little chisel, very soft stone, and you carve your designs out and then you print it with this, which is special sort of ink, an ink pad. You get lovely signature, something like this. I started, actually that's my name in Japanese, is what I started with, and then I did this one, which was more complicated, which means the fate of brush and knife, which I thought was rather good for me as an artist. But realistically, if you wanted a little stamp, either of your name for Chinese painting or suminagashi or something like that, you might not have time to go on a whole course and start carving stone. And I thought, well, what else could we use? And then I thought of a good old plastic eraser. Now, I'm doing a name stamp. You, of course, might want something totally different. You might just want a stamp of a leaf or a flower. Well, you can do it this way. If you're looking for inspiration of your name in either Japanese or Chinese script, this website, orientaloutpost.com, was really, really useful. They've got all sorts of names available, and also they have things like some common sayings. So have a poke around there and you should have lots and lots of inspiration. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually cut this in half, just so I can show you the two options. Always use a cutting mat, of course, because we don't want to go through the table. And there are two ways of carving. You can do what we call positive carving or negative carving, and I have an example here. This is my name in Japanese, and if you read Japanese you will realise that it's back to front, because of course when we stamp with it, it becomes the right way round. So if you're doing anything that's got lettering, numbering, you've got to remember to reverse it. You can just draw your design on with a pen that'll write on the eraser. Or if it's something more complicated, let me show you an easy way of transferring. This needs to be printed on a laser jet printer. Let's cut one of these out. We need to decide where we want it to go. So if you're not sure, what you could do is just sort of fold it the right way up and get some nice creases where it's going to go. And then you've got those creases and you can just reverse it and line it up. So you put it face down, and then the magic ingredient is nail varnish remover, because somehow, some chemical reaction, it dissolves the ink. Put that on there. You can see it makes the paper see-through. Grab a bit of kitchen towel and cover it, and then we need to make really good contact all over. So I'm using the end of a pen. You could use the end of a pair of scissors. Better the contact, better the ink transfer. Let's see if that has worked. Take it off. Yes, it has, which is a relief. Now, let's be honest, it's not that tricky. So I can just write it there. And if I want the marks around the edge, I sort of hold my finger in place, I can get a nice sort of straight line around the edge. And we could do that, which is the alternative. Having got your design and transferred it, either just written it on freehand, or if it's more complicated like that, like this one, that was complicated, then do that transfer. Now what you need to cut it is a little set of lino cutters, and these are terribly reasonable to buy. They really don't cost a lot. Do go careful, they are sharp. And all you do, you've got a little handle and they go in the top so you can change them. The easiest way is what we'd call positive cutting. If it's black, we cut it away. So let's just practice on the edges. I'm using my finger just to guide so I get a nice straight line along the edge, sort of running it along there. You should keep this finger out of the way of the blade just in case it slips. This stuff isn't slippy, it's not like lino, so actually maybe it's a lot easier. It's very soft. Try and keep that finger out of the way because it's so easy just to slip and then end up cutting yourself. Now I want to cut away the letters. Just do it very gently, and I turn the block to get as smooth a line as possible. That's my first letter. Now the second one, I'm going to move it over just a little bit, maybe so that the leg can come here. So it's got a twist in it. I'm going round, just doing it very gently. And we've done that. And then we come up here. So I'm just amending my design as I go along. And then I'm coming across. And there's my little design. So that is our positive cutting. We've cut away. We can have a look and see what it looks like. So I've just got normal Western ink pad. Ink it up. And we can look at that. Ah, see, that shows I haven't done the corners very well. I'd like to tidy those up. I like the lettering. Might want to make that a bit smoother if I was feeling fussy. Let's get that ink off so I don't get even more covered than I am at the moment. So what might we want to, yeah, just those corners seem to be the thing to sort. And I might, just for a little bit of stylistic, just make this a little thicker. So make that thicker. Cut out that corner carefully. That's our positive cutting. And then on the negative cutting, we have to cut everything that is not black. So I'm going to start with the edges. I'm leaving an edge and I'm going to do a nice straight cut, I hope. Then I am cutting around this. So we'll start shallow because you can always cut off more. You cannot put it back. And once we've got that out, we can cut between the lines to cut out the remainder. Grubby fingers. The hardest bits to cut are, say, in the centre here, that little hole. So the best thing is get your smallest one, just put the notch in there and then twiddle it around. Hopefully we've cut a little hole there. And if you cut it wrong, it doesn't matter because you can go back down to Poundland and buy another set of them. You've not lost, or indeed you can carve the other side. So don't fret about it. Depth wise, I would suggest just a couple of millimeters or a millimeter even, just so it doesn't pick up the ink when you print it. But you don't have to sort of gouge it down. Now, you're not going to get the fine detail that the master carvers in the soapstone get with this, but it will be fun and good enough. If you're not sure, of course, put some ink on it and that immediately helps you see what you've done. So that shows me here that I need to cut these bits away. I need to clear up round there, clear up that, and these little bits. So quite a bit to clear up. Unless, of course, you like that very handmade look, in which case leave them. And there we've got our negative cutting. Grab a little bit of scrap paper. Let's see how those print. See, check that there's ink all over. It's always the middles are the hardest to print, so give it a good print. There you go. Oh, I really like that one actually now. And as you develop your skills, you can possibly do finer lines to do really nice little stamps and have a whole load of fun with them.